Hello! Hello to Nutmeg and Bees. Hello to Action Production. Hello to Jin. Jin says shoutouts to 0 people. Excuse you. Action and Nutmeg and Bees were in here. That's not 0 people. Jin. How's everyone doing? Glad to see that you guys are getting along in chat, hanging out. Nutmeg said they were doing a dance, but I'm glad that it went well. And Action, I hope, is patch released tonight for Genshin? I hope that it releases soon, that you can, you know, play some Genshin tonight. New content. Glad to hear that you are doing well. We're just gonna, you know, get right into it. What is it right now? It is just chatting, so that's perfect. I'm gonna make sure that the Chrome window is half volume so that it doesn't blast your ears. 53 minutes left and the new patch is here. Well, I hope that it comes in just a short bit, you know, very, very soon. I'll get the video of it soon so I can reflect on it. Oh, that's awesome. So did you have like a friend videotape you, or is that just part of the course, is like the dance gets recorded? Also, thank you to Bashaleen for the follow off stream. Let's head over to Duolingo. And we're gonna start the next lesson, describing people. Part of the class, gotcha.
Un œil.
Well, it does make sense that, you know, I feel like the best way to improve really is to go over like a recording. Like, same with streaming, actually. Like, I'll watch old streams just to see what I can do better, how the audio sounded. It's, you know, an iterative process. And I used to not like the sound of my voice, but after teaching in Japan for who knows how long, I had to listen to my voice recording so many times for like tests and stuff. I was like, well, this is normal. N-I.
Œil,
Oi.
ouille,
Nope.
œil, œil,
This one. That's the one. They all sound so similar though. In dance comp, we have to do a lot of studies and reflect on them. It's fun. Oh, that's good. This time we had words to apply to a dance. Was it like modern, like contemporary dance?
aéroport,
Aéroport.
19.
19. Hi, Tropical Ooga Booga. Welcome in. How are you?
cuisine,
Cuisine. Kitchen.
5.
Sac.
Œil.
19. No, not these nuts. These nuff. How are you doing, Tropical?
Le visage.
Le
Le
visage. Sur mon something, j'ai 2 yeux, une bouche et un nez.
nez,
On my face, I have 2 eyes, one mouth? Bouche?
bouche,
Yes, 1 mouth and 1 nose.
l'œil,
What?
Œil.
Loi. I think it was contemporary. We had the sheet of 24 positions. We had to go through all of them, adding the quality words. Oh, interesting. I adore that laugh. I'm good. How are you? I am doing great. Tuesday was a much better day than
Mon œil gauche est plus grand que mon œil droit.
Monday. Much better. I was focused on what I usually do. How was your Tuesday? Mon œil gauche, my left eye, est plus grand que mon œil droit. Is bigger than my right eye. Nice.
Pierre,
Pierre a un visage très original. Il y a un joli petit nez est une grande bouche et il a les yeux verts. Il a aussi de très grandes oreilles. Pierre a... Nope, not small eyes, les yeux verts. Et un petit nez. Yes. I had words like superficial, frozen. Wow, what interesting word, Nutmeg and Bees. How was it received when you did the dance in class? I hope it was well. It sounds like you did good. So, first day back at work after a week off. My lazy legs weren't up to speed. Oh, tropical, I'm sorry. Also, hello, show. Hello, Cheeky. Welcome in. How are you two? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the hydrate. Drinking some water now. It's been a while. How are you?
Les yeux.
Les yeux.
Les yeux.
That's the one. It's snowing too? How exciting. It's snowing. And a posture check and a stretch. Thanks, Cheeky. I'm getting up. I'm stretching. I'm okay. How you been? Ooh, I've been doing good. It's been a fun day. Also, my fake nails. Oh, thank you for the Toy Bones Tropical. My fake nails came in, and I spent, the better half of an hour sticking nails on my fingers. So now I have cute nails again. I just honestly, you guys, like, I used to do my nails and I'm just so lazy nowadays, and I'm like, I just want fully formed nails. Like, I don't want to have to shape them. They already have to be shaped, and like, this is a good compromise. I definitely can tell that they are fake, but it is, better than not painted nails. Doing good. Just got my Totoro bag from Kickstarter, so I'm excited. Show, you definitely should post your Totoro bag in general chat in our Discord. It was great. I got feedback like, I take up space well. You seem comfortable with everyone looking at you, which was nice. That's good. That's really good feedback, actually. Congratulations. What color are they? The nails are very natural. It's just like a... It's like a pink, like a natural nail pink color. And then in the middle, it's just like a slightly darker pink. And some of the nails have like little tulips painted on them. They're very cute. I love them. I don't care for my nails, and yet I watch one of the most popular nail channels on YouTube occasionally browse her store. I don't know why I'm like this. Sometimes we just find the need to see beautiful things. Like, I watch, what's her name? Is it like Pear Fleur on YouTube? Like, she has hour-long like paint making, like she has powder crushing and paint mixing and notebook book binding videos, and I'm like, I'm never gonna do this, but also like the process is just very soothing. And I feel that way about nail art too. Like, the process is just very soothing. Just being creative in different ways it's fun to see how people do that. Il y a une petite bouche. Her face is very pretty. Her face. Is it son? Visage. Est très joli.
Alice a un très joli visage.
Alice a un très joli visage. Do you ever paint cool designs on your nails? I've done some cool ones. I've done personally for my own nails, I've done a monarch butterfly design. I've done like French tips. I did like a Mickey Mouse like black nail with like a red tip and white polka dots for Disneyland, with like little different size crystals to make the Mickey head and Mickey ears. I used to do a lot of nail art because, really like to do nails. It's very, for me, I think it's like a very soothing activity, and it requires intense focus on my part so that I paint on the nail instead of on my skin. Oh my goodness. Jen! What? Thank you so much for gifting Tropical a gift sub. Thank you again. That's 2 subs in 2 days. My goodness, Jen. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh. 3 subs in 2 days? Jen, you spoil me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much, Jin. Thank you, thank you. And Jin just laughs, home. Seen some cute ones. It's true, but I didn't realize how much I watched her until I was at Michael's and saw some iridescent sheets mislabeled as hollow, and so I corrected it, and I audibly gasped in the store like, oh my god, why do I know that? What am I doing with my life with this information? You just become someone who has a lot of knowledge about different things, you know? Like how I know random facts about true crime. Jin is now Oprah. You get a sub. You get a sub. Everybody gets a sub. And now everyone in chat has a sub. Thank you so much, Jin. I really appreciate your support for me. I love you very much. And now you know when Gunny's birthday is. Yes, I do know when Gunny's birthday is. Le nez. La bouche. Nope.
Bouche.
Les yeux. Gonna kill you all with the taxes. Oh yes. Reminder for Americans. Please, you should be prepping your taxes. But that paycheck, Jin, isn't gonna be coming until next month, and I've already gotten all of my tax documents together for last year. Your subs this week will count for next year. Hello, Neat. Welcome in. Thank you for all the toy bones. How are you? Everyone getting sub! Way. Oh. Thank you for the chug. Genshin, new patch came. Gonna play it. Have fun playing the new patch, Action Production. Thanks for coming by. Bye. All those new cars had hella taxes. They couldn't just choose like a cash value. He has green eyes. Il y a les yeux verts. Write this in French. Le nez. Correct. Thank you for the chug, Cheeky. I will fill up my water now, because that was everything. I have reduced my hydration station because now I just have one big pitcher and then like one water glass. And then also a cup of tea, of course. I'm still here. I'm playing it as the stream plays. Oh, Action, thank you so much then for the lurk. I really appreciate it. Or, you know, if you're actively listening, I appreciate that too. I know that's what people do now. Oh, gotcha. But I don't think the single moms in her audience were very knowledgeable on it 20 to 30 years ago. That makes sense, definitely. Son nez est très grand. Is that how you say his? Son nez. Nope. Son nez. Oh, what? Guys. Oh, wait. I spelled it wrong. The two mistakes. I spelled it wrong and I put the fucking E at the end. It's not feminine. It's masculine. Never never understood feminine and masculine words. Stupid languages that have to gender words. Oh my god, I almost choked. Show that backpack is so cute. Show that backpack is so cute. I love it. Oh my god. Okay. I'm pretty sure that was the last exercise. Yeah. Playground. There we go. Which do you think is harder for you, French or Japanese? French. Because I actually can understand Japanese. French is just me fumbling around in the dark. Like trying to relate the French words to the English words. So you know, like I actually haven't achieved like fluency, but like with Japanese, like my brain already can change the Japanese words into English words in my brain. Like it just happens naturally. There isn't even a translation. Like I'll hear something in Japanese and I'll understand it. I don't know how to explain it. Like I guess when you have a different language, like people who have more than one language, I think can understand. Like you understand that sentence in the context of the language. Like your brain doesn't go from, okay, this is that sentence, I'm gonna go eat, like, you know, or like I'm gonna eat sushi, right? Like sushi o taberu. Like your brain doesn't go, okay, sushi is sushi, taberu is eat. That means I'm gonna eat sushi. Like your brain doesn't take those steps anymore when you get some sort of fluency when it comes to sentences. Like your brain skips all the way to, okay, I understand the meaning. Like it's not even translating it into English in your brain, it's just you understand it in that language, in that context. It was the cutest thing ever. Absolutely no regrets buying that bag. It's very cute. You know, if he would look really cute next to my mushroom purse. I bought a I don't know if you know this artist, but her name is Mal Baby, and she goes by Jenny on Twitter, I think. And it's like the red-capped mushroom with white spots, and the body of the mushroom is white. I bought a little mushroom purse, and honestly, it is the most like no regrets purchase I've ever made. I don't use it as often because I did get it after the pandemic, but my sister one day was like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, well, there's this thing on pre-order. Can you just pre-order that for me? I'm gonna change the game category right now. You can't always translate it easily. There are a lot of times I pause when I try to say thoughts from one language to another. Yeah, the same. I agree. It's hard to explain that sensation unless you know more than one language, but I get what you mean. German! Hello, Chrono. Specken Sie Deutsch? Yes, absolutely. Just gonna keep saying that every time someone mentions German. Change category. Oh, thank you, Action. I appreciate the reminder. Please continue, because I know one of these days after my Duolingo stream, I'm absolutely going to forget to change my category, and I'm gonna have egg on my face for like 3 hours. That mushroom bag sounds so cute. I saw a strawberry bag that sounds kind of similar. Oh my god. There's this bag that, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but okay, so basically Mal Baby, all of her bags, she keeps in mind that, you know, they're cute, but also she tries to fit like at least a Switch. Like that's the requirement, is you have to be able to fit a Switch into her bags that she manufactures, like that she sends off. There's this really, really cute like milk carton bag that she used to sell. I don't know if she has them in stock, but the cutest one says 100% dumb bitch juice, and it's like this cute little bunny, and it's pastel blue and pastel pink, and I was like, and this was after I found out about Mal Baby, and she had already done like pre-orders for this, and she wasn't selling them anymore, and I was like, I want this so bad. But I can never have this anymore. All right, sorry. I did go full Valley Girl there. I just, I get really excited about cute things that I really don't like. Oh my god. Like things I can't have or ever like. Okay, I love looking at shoes. I love looking at bags, but I actually don't use any of that stuff. I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyways, okay. We're gonna move over. Which one did I use? Was it the right? This one? I was on the right side? There we go. Not me downloading Duolingo app. Go Tropical, you can do it. I believe in you. I need 16 pairs of shoes to not wear. Exactly. I just like looking at it. Like, I think I posted on Twitter, like, Facebook reminded me 4 or 5 years ago that I had purchased a couple things. Why isn't it playing music? Oh, I had purchased a couple things from this Taiwanese, like, retailer, I guess. And it was like some Sailor Moon bags and some Sailor Moon like heels and wedges. And one of the shoes I have
Ever
like,
is my
used.
greatest treasure, and also I still want to turn her little bird body into chicken nuggets and eat her.
Yes, thank you, Neat. One of those shoes I purchased and I still have not used, which is the like green, shiny, like leather maybe, I don't know, like fake leather, probably shiny green leather with the pink bows on the back. That's supposed to be Sailor Jupiter boots. I've never actually worn those out, but they're just so cute, and I'm pretty sure they cost me like $100, and I just look at them from time to time. It's window shopping. I often browse online stores and sometimes fill a cart, but then I exercise willpower to not buy anything and just close the tab. I do that all the time, and then I get to a breaking point like 3 months later where either I go back and look at the cart, or I'm forced to reload the cart, and I'll do that several times before I message Ever, and I'm like, girl, I need your opinion and I need help. Like, should I spend money on this? And she's usually like, yeah, YOLO, just fucking do it. And I'm like, but money. And she's like, well, it's in the end, it's your choice, you know. Okay. I'm gonna continue this. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Okay, so we have, oh, his sword. The soul of a samurai. DQ unit, hello, welcome in, good evening, how are you? Welcome, welcome. How's your week been? Thank you for the lurk, Chrono. Excuse me. What? I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Would you mind if I investigated a little outside? Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but is not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking prison guard to help him escape? Very funny. We're in the middle of the sea. There's no chance of me escaping. Yet! You stay in this cabin until next port. Then it is up to you. It is up to Hong Kong police to decide what they do with you. You stay! All right. There's no point in trying to appeal to this man's better nature, that's for sure. I wish I did that. I usually make purchases without a second opinion and regret it. I always, if it's like something large, I'll always message Ever and I'll be like, I need your help. Have a good stream, Ace Attorney, Princess. I have to go back to bed because getting up for work at 3:30. No worries, DQ. Thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Thanks for stopping by. See you later. Large for Princess, $5. Oh, absolutely. It was like the only reason I purchased those Sailor Moon like bags and shoes was because I knew that there was gonna be a huge demand for them in like the day they released even, like I was aware, and as I was adding things to my cart, because I already had an idea of what I wanted, right? But as I was adding things to my cart, things were selling out. So I knew that if I didn't spend the money now, I would never get a chance. Because like with these, a lot of the times, like these collaborations, they don't do like restocks. So I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna wear this, but this is my splurge. Like for the rest of the year, I'm not buying anything else. Never go to the artist alley of an anime convention with a friend who is also bad with money. Speaking from experience, we just enable each other and spend way more money than anyone should. Seriously, this whole episode already made me angry. If not this guy, then it's the girl and her lock jokester. Don't think they're worst character, but still, I know. It's not a good time. Not a good time. Have a whole closet of Sailor Moon, so I can't talk. Bags, outfit, accessories, I know. I have the Hot Topic Sailor Moon, I don't know what it's called. Asuke-chan, maybe? And I've worn it like maybe 3 times. It's just, I'm so scared of it getting snagged, like the fabric, like thread coming up. Scared of it getting dirty. And so it's just in my closet and I just look at it because it's really cute. It's like pastel pink and white and baby blue. It's the cutest thing ever. That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. We swapped details on some of our Sailor Moon obsessions, didn't we? I think we did. A new trailer for the movie came out. Yes, I saw it on Twitter. I actually retweeted it. The movie for Sailor Stars, the trailer came out, I think today. It's gonna be screening in Japanese theaters, like June or July or something. I'm so excited for it. I'm very excited. But Kazuma-sama didn't like the chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no! Does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Ugh, now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. Oh, look over there. The crewman, do you mean? He wasn't there before, was he? That's what I thought. Why don't we try talking to him? Probably because I'm likely to get yelled at again, but I suppose I could try. Okay, so I feel like because we're given this option, we've talked to everyone and looked at everything. That's your biggest, well, the last meal feels always important, especially in Spirit Fair. You're right, Action. Last meals are so important, okay? They're super duper important. Thanks to that so-called detective, I'm even more stuck inside this cabin than I was before. For the time being, I suppose I'll just have to focus my efforts on investigating in here. Oh, wait, okay, I have to do that. Okay, wait, let me just double check. Okay, so that's check marked. Oh, what about this? There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still... No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No, no, no! How did she come to that conclusion? Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on this ship? Oh, okay, she did get us there. For goodness, you know what? Never mind. It's okay, action. Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. So glad in these AA games they added the checkmark feature during investigations, because randomly tapping all over the screen trying to find that one single dialogue that I missed so I can progress in the game was really wearing me down. You know, I do have a vague memory of doing that in the other games. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. I would say, oh come on, but she has a point. We did hide in the ship. Ah yes, I see. It says this way up in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. Okay, have we seen everything? Oh, we haven't. I thought we looked at his desk. No? This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma, he didn't even make it to his destination. The last entry that he made is such a mystery. 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. What on earth could it all mean? A speckled band from the ventilator? We really do need to get into the cabin next door, seeing as that's where the ventilator connects to. Yes, I agree with you. Okay, so, and we have looked at everything. Sorry, just, I need to cough a little bit. I don't know what's wrong. Like, I don't feel sick. I just have a little bit of like a throat thing. Clicked the desk when Herlock was there, so it was only starting a combo with him and not actually checking the desk. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so now let's talk to the crewman. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh, no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh yes, you're right, he does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. Yes, what can I do for you? Oh, this fucking guy. The inspector. Officer. I recognize that face, but it can't be. It is. It is. It absolutely is. It is. I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. Okay, so let's converse with him. Special orders. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? How about you help us prove we're not guilty, please? I know, right? I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Well, you did a bang-up job, my dude, because look at the situation we're in now. Assassinated? How could that even have been a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin, not here on the first-class deck. Well, it's only fair that he helps us now, since he already fucked everything up. That's true, show. He fucked everything up for us. Cannot believe it. Unbelievable. Absolutely. I've failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all I can do to help now, just say the word. Actually, yes. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not! We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety if you moved to even touch the handle of the cabin door. That stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how. Only one way out of it, girl. Kung Fu the sailor. I know, right? She can Kung Fu us, but she can't Kung Fu the sailor. Oh, 1 second, you guys. It is quite chilly. I'm going to grab a sweater. It will take maybe a minute. I'm very cold.
Okay, we are all set. I'm just gonna put my headphones back on. Ooh, okay. It's just so cold. I took a shower and my hair's all wet and it's making, you know, like a wet patch on the back of my shirt and it's just cold. There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san. Is your avatar okay? Yeah, it's just when it loses my face, it like acts kind of weird. By presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? It's just the same as when you are in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Bishop, hello, welcome in. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Good evening. How was your Tuesday? God, you guys, I actually thought it was like Wednesday this entire day for whatever reason. Simply select the present panel and choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. So, evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes. I think I know what we can use. Let's see if I can present the detective with the evidence he needs to persuade the captain. Okay, so has to be that. Yeah, I think it's this. It was alrighty. Well, that's good to hear. Present. About you, how is your Tuesday? My Tuesday has been going pretty good. Had a good productive day at work. Yeah. Nice that I can now relax at home. Well, I was home all day, but relax and play video games, you know, the usual. Hang out with you guys, play some video games, clear our names of murder. Ah, this is the paper seal that was stuck over the wardrobe doors this morning, isn't it? That's right, just try to stop the cabin steward opening it up and discovering me. Wouldn't it have been better to write it in English if you didn't know Russian? Maybe, but Ofuda paper amulets like this are a part of our culture, Inspector. And I thought if I made it look creepy enough, people would be too scared to want to look inside. Oh my goodness. It isn't easy being a stowaway, is it? Maybe also this? What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Oh. Interesting music. Strange, in what way? He wrote, "What looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill." A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that, but what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. The ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right, so if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. All right, then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though.
Sorry, when I had to drink some water. Right, friendo, I'ma try to get some sleep. Good night, Tropical. Let me give you a little tuck in here. Tuck, tuck, tuck. There we go. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Ooga booga. Bishop says, Roska, I just read the stream title and seems kinda sus. I don't know what you're thinking about, but I'm saying my best friend can't help me get off this crime charge, okay? Why is your brain all naughty and stuff? I don't know why you're saying things like that, okay? I just read that. As long as you don't leave the first class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? Who is the lucky man? Huh? Our best friend, Kazuma, the dead guy. What are you talking about? I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. A real kiss the homies goodnight moment. Exactly, Bishop. Oh, best friend, not boyfriend. Yes. Our best friend, Kazuma Asogi, who is currently dead, and we are suspected of his murder. You know, this is from, you know, the line from the first trial was something get you off, and that's just stuck with me. You gotta say BFF. Why is your mouth bleeding? Yeah, that character just has like a bloody mouth. Who knows? Otherwise, mega sus. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys have dirty minds, okay? I'm completely pure, innocent-minded. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just select move and we can leave this cabin at last. Pah!
Move. Alright, let's see what we can find out. Innocent-minded. I'm full of brain rot. Heading to the passageway. Danganronpa proves otherwise. Whew, I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be, and this is the most luxurious accommodation.
Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on the study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage. Really? That must be awful. Oh, look over there! That's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous, even if he is sitting down. Oh my god, he has a little belly button window, you guys. Look at the little belly button window. The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. Princess likes the smell of cooked humans. I do not. I just said if you were starving. Like, imagine if you were starving and you didn't know what the smell was. You probably would think it was meat cooking. You'd be, like, really hungry. And then the second you find out what you're smelling, you'd probably gag and throw up, okay? I'm just saying, these are facts that you learn from, you know, watching a lot of true crime and watching a lot of true crime shows, okay? I suppose, like people in handcuffs? Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already.
Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe.
It must have been a very trying time for you.
Please, don't give me that pitying look. Okay, examine. Let's examine everything left to right. Or right to left. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer! That wasn't a good start, was it?
All right, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you?
You little third-class ladies' maid? Wow! Wow! Oh, Princess, scared of everything, will fight to not play scary video games. Also, Princess listens, watches true crime podcasts and documentaries. I can't do it if there's like dramatization in the series, but if it's just like crime scene photos and stuff, like that's fine. I can stomach that. It's the like tension and stuff when they try to dramatize that like I can't do. Like, what was it? Mindhunters. I couldn't, that show scared me a lot. It was just very tension filled. I mean, I'm in Princess's Death Note. I like to call it my little black book. Not a Death Note. No. We seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day, Susato-san. I'm not sailor! My mother gave me name! I am senior crewman, Biff Stroganoff. Biff Stroganoff? Like big stroganoff? Like the dish? I've never had beef stroganoff before. Wait, is that what it is? Beef stroganoff? We had this conversation on Saturday. Yes, we did. I mean it in the princess definition of a little black book and not the UK definition of a little black book. Whew. The best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. First class cabin area. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first class cabin area. Here we are in the finest part of Buria steamship for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret. Many important persons. Dang, says Tropical. That is why I am guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. Jeez, he's huge. He is action. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal. Thank you?
If I may, I was wondering.
That's what she said.
Is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied?
Ah! I think. Susato-san, did you understand that?
It sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes.
Right. Good night, cuties. Good night, Tropical. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye! Thanks for stopping by. As always, I appreciate you. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least.
Yes, it's tantalizing.
Passenger. Thank you for tucking Tropical in. I did tuck Tropical in earlier, but show I appreciate the double tuck. Double tuck for the road. Very adorable. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimesby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylett is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. That was harsh.
Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard?
That is not your business.
Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now and I've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like anyone was there. Well, presumably since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right?
That is not your business. Okay, damn, we all casually racist in this time period.
Are you on watch here like all the time, Seaman Stroganoff?
Da, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out.
I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all?
It is sad about student boy.
Were you on watch last night as well?
Of course.
And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual?
Hit.
Susato-san, did you understand that? It was clearly a no.
I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all.
And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way?
I said no.
Sorry. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there.
He's lying to us. This is enough. I cannot say more now.
Oh,
It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin.
yes, all right.
Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain. Or, as English say, when the pigs fly.
Yes, I understand. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we?
Definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break here. I have food that I need to just quickly chow down on. It's gonna take me maybe like 10 minutes to eat all of this, so while I'm eating, please enjoy my BRB screen, and if you don't have a sub, you will be seeing ads on screen, but I won't be playing until I'm back from this game. So take this chance, you guys. Get up, stretch, maybe go get some water, go get some snacks, but I will BRB.
All right, exactly. 10 minutes. No, I'm here. I was taking a quick break for some food. We did eat some food real quick. It was just dinner. I really needed to pause to eat. So you are right in time. We just made it out into the hallway. And now we are examining the hallway area.
That's the way to the second-class area of the ship.
Princess was hungry. I was very hungry. I like sped ate my pho so fast.
Is something wrong?
I was thinking about making a run for it just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me.
I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead.
What are you guys having for dinner, by the way? What's everyone eating for dinner tonight?
Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there.
No, I started it with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway. Oops. Gotta make sure it's this stick. That book on top of the table there really is huge. There's a pen with it too.
Yes, I'm sure that's the ship's log.
Shall we have a little look through it?
The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded.
You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting.
Anyway, look here. Last night's log is mostly blank.
Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Oh, sorry. Can I skip through this? I clicked it accidentally. I'm a dodo. Okay. Okay, so ship section.
This looks like a plan of the SS Burya. It shows each deck. Look. The Burya is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering.
Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san.
It is?
Well, consider the Japanese
archipelago. The islands of Japan?
Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them.
Well, I suppose so. Okay, that didn't tell me, like, anything. Okay, so what is this? Archipelago. Archipelago. Got it. Archipelago. I can speak English. Sorry. My need to cough. Archipelago. Okay. What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it?
That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it.
Oh, an alarm.
It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop.
Oh, this I have to see.
What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it.
But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs.
You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation.
Wish everything would just stop. This ship included.
If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else.
Wow. What is this?
Ah, a trap for catching mice.
Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Yeah, stop bothering people, Naruhodo.
Let me see. Yes, I think that's what is called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows.
Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like.
You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers.
Really? But...
I suppose you're right. You weren't actually going to try it, were you?
all I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe.
Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later.
Okay, so with that checked off, we've looked at everything in the hallway. So let's go to the room. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. She's harsh, but also valid. Super valid.
Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging.
Maybe whoever is in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask.
No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries.
How annoying. Oh. What was that? It came from inside the cabin.
Such a high-pitched scream, it must have been a woman.
Stand aside. I'm about to break the door down.
Mr. Sholmes.
I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges.
Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted.
It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Mysterious. Who are you? Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out! All of you! Now! Was it him? Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimesby Roylott, I believe. Yes, that's me, and you are? I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No. I am a great detective among great detectives, one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. Man uses that magazine like a business card. Detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So, might I be so bold as to speak ask you to open that small traveling case. What? Don't be stupid! How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me. Oh!
Oh my! Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, the case just shook. Cat, animal, leave now. Otherwise, I'll call the steward. So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimesby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something.
I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns.
Russian Guyovich. What the heck is Herlock doing, my guy, my dude? Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service.
Oh,
And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on for once. Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. The time has indeed come. Indeed. Indubitably, it has. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian? Hiding a secret? Why, the truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. I can't wait to see your reaction to this. What do you mean? What do you mean, Inside Out? Right. Can you imagine how the Russians will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it?
oh yes, please.
Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. It's why Herlock is a himbo. The game is afoot. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you, or anyone.
That's right, and Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on a first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment.
Shh! I must have complete silence! What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number 1, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? Hence number 2, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are at this very moment no less in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Ugh.
Oh, Naruhodo-san, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholm's great deductions with my own eyes.
That was a great deduction?
Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person.
What? What an affable twaddle!
Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true.
I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Roylot's face. It's like somehow both of Mr. Sholm's conclusions were right. How could you? How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So, do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Old man's identity. Wow, he threw out a twaddle. Let's go! So, the dubious-looking Russian Mr. Roylott. Obviously what catches the eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now, we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular, the fascinating front page article, which it would appear you have read also, Mr. Roylott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads, "Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai." As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand.
wrongdoing. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott, taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Ah! And I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answers we seek lies where the furtive glances falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse! What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps, one slight enough to fit therein. Don't be absurd! And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless what? Hello, son, welcome in. Betrays you. How are you doing, son? Good evening. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. Kude. Oh. So it's not doi, but kude. I see. For there's another most stimulating article. And if we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crimes is that of an abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Elemensky. Is that, instead of saying elementary, he says Elemensky? Just getting up from a nap. Good morning from your nap, son. Susato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? You've done it, Herlock. You've solved the case. Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, can you come over here a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all. Go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other. Ah, yes, I recall our discussion earlier, and at that time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. Oh, Herlock, you big dummy.
And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina. Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it is clearly too small. Clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you push really hard. Oops. I don't support the missing suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? Oops, wrong voice. Has Princess done the thirsty yet? No, not tonight. Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies. Vinegar? For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contour oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. Ugh, this whole thing is turning into a circus. Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deduction just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. The eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs all his attention and his logic that seem a little off. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Miss Susato. It's just one or two key words in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactically switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Switch some keywords in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Ah ha 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 ha. It's not that funny. Ah, and you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? Oh, did he take the handcuff off? Ah, where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh no. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Old man's identity. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us at in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport.
I'm not sure here. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Roylott either. Which means, I suppose that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruhodo-san, and see if that matters. Right, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott. Wonder if it's really his beard that he intends to use those shears on. Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Shom's deduction better, then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roylott really going to use those enormous shears for? Copious beard. It really is a very full beard, isn't it? Yes, although according to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott was able to cut it off. I still think that he looks nothing like the man pictured in a newspaper article, though. The apparently merciless revolutionary Vilen Bolshevik? So if he wasn't going to cut off his beard, presumably he was going to cut something else. Yes, we needed to look at this from a fresh perspective and try to work that out. Okay, guys, I'm actually like, I don't know why I'm so tired today, but I'm actually like nodding off as I'm reading these lines. I don't know if you've noticed. Maybe it's just me, but I think I actually have to go sleep because I am exhausted. I've never, like, as I'm reading, I've never drifted off like this before. So I'm so sorry. We'll definitely get to more of this story next week. But I think for today... Oh, I can't. Okay, hold on. I have to slap myself. I have to finish this bit, this correction bit first. He was using on the verge. Oh, hair? Oh, here we go. Hair. It's the ballerina. What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. No, the color is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Roylott's head? And how is it growing out from underneath his thick black hair? Well, yes, that's true. So it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something's definitely not right here.
Yes!
There we go. Cutting off the hair. I'm sorry. This little bit is so hilarious and like, I love this. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all, you're a woman. And judging from the length and sheen of your hair, wow, hers is having a dream. One still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to... Can you guys hear him? If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. No. Well, that was a shock.
Oh wait, can I save? Okay, I can save. Okay, it's time. I got stuck in that little bit, but I'm saving now. We are overwriting. It is saved. We are in Mr. Roylot's cabin. Okay. Just gonna swap over to this here. And again, you guys, I apologize for cutting this stream so short today. I'm just super exhausted, and I think it's, I mean, Hermes is also, you know, working up a storm because he's dreaming. But I wanted to say thank you to Jin for the 2 gift subs. I really appreciate that, and thank you guys for coming in and hanging out as always. I'm pretty sure I will be finishing Spiritfarer this weekend. And so I think what we'll do is after Spiritfarer is done, we're gonna move the Ace Attorney streams to the weekend. Because then we'll have more time to read the story and do all of the trials. Weekend streams are usually like the long story-driven games, I think. Yeah, I'm just super tired, and I was falling asleep as I was reading the text, which has never happened before. So let's see, who can we raid? We have, it's okay, go get some sleep. Thank you, Action. I will. We have, let's see, Starry is playing some League of Legends. Kohive we've raided recently. I feel like, so we've raided Zombie Narrator recently as well. Wisp, Lost, Chariot. You know, I haven't raided Starry in quite a while. So if you would like to join us, here's the sub message. If you have a subscription, go ahead and copy this message and we will you know, head on over. And if you don't have a sub, you are also welcome to copy the second raid message that has these adorable doggo emotes, you know? And let me start this raid off to Starry Light. Oh, by the way, she got a new model, and I think she would be super happy to, you know, if you mentioned how cute her new model looks. All right, you guys, as always, please be happy, please be healthy, but most of all, please be kind. Be kind to others, because you never know what a smile, hug, or hello can do for someone who's having a bad day. And be kind to yourselves. You know, drink water, get up and walk around, and listen to your body when it tells you you're tired. Don't push yourselves too much, because I'm doing the same. I'm listening, I'm sleepy, exhausted. I'm definitely going straight to bed after this. So, all right, my puppies, tomorrow we will be playing some more Jump King. I hope we get, you know, a little bit more progress tomorrow, but I will see you then. And if not, maybe Thursday, Cuphead, or Saturday, Spiritfarer. All right, good night, my puppies. I love you.